Hello, good evening. A little bit late, sorry. Hello, a little bit late, sorry. Okay, I put a picture of the completed item, the pick and place carousel, on Twitter. Put a link to this live stream starting at 8 o'clock anyway, a little bit late. So I built it. Tell you what, let's show it you. Right, okay, here we go. Here it is. So I built it. I'm good to my word. When my word is given, it is good. Yeah. Anyway, a lot of work gone into this. Too much work gone into this. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of plastic. It's very heavy as well. I've got some rubber, excuse me, rubber feet on it. Thanks to Steve. Sorry, thanks to Steve from my day job. Took him off a PC, a little portable PC that he couldn't fit it with them on, so I was now the recipient of those. Donated, thanks very much, Steve. Right, this is very heavy. I wanted to demonstrate it, really. Hang on. I wanted to demonstrate it, but I haven't had time to. I got back late from my day job, and I haven't had time to populate the bins. So anyway, let's give you a little demonstration. Let's. Right, now I've not put the springs and bearings in. I did have the springs and bearings in on the bottom layer, but my ball bearing supplier inadvertently sent me 3mm instead of 4mm. So I only had 4mm ball bearings. So he's going to send some more, so we'll have to come back to that one. But anyway, it's really heavy. And I've had a lot of ideas since, and I even thought there's got to be an easier way of making this, actually. Just want to make sure I'm streaming. Yeah. So, excuse me, the top layer, as you can see, the top layer is just, if you can focus on it, there's no bins on the top layer, and there's no recess for a rubber mat, and there is no rubber mat yet. And the reason being, when you mill this plastic, let me just open it up onto a hole. Right, you can see that. Can you see? Hang on. Yeah, can you see that? See the bottom of that pocket? See that pocket there? You can't see it. Well, it's white because the mill. When you mill the plastic, it goes white, same as the edge. See the edge? It's like a milky white. That's just the raw item. Now this is really heavy. Anyway, long story short, it took, from the design to building it took a whole week to build it. To mill each part one night. So what, I'm going to put it down. No, what am I going to do with it? So what I'm going to do with it, I'm going to put it here. Put it on top of there. Yeah. Okay. I put it there. Right, so it's really heavy, which is a good thing if you want to keep it sturdy on your desk. And it takes a lot to build it. I'm going to put the G code out for it. Those of you who want to make one, I'm gonna have to set up an extra page on my website, I think, and put out the links to it with a description on which order to mill which part in, and you know, with a bit of instruction, because otherwise it'll go wrong. And I've got a bit of a video to put together of me milling it, and what I'll do is edit that and put it together quite quickly and fast forward and stuff like that. So I've got that to do. But I've had an idea, because when you mill out the parts, you can't. I'll have to show you because it's not easy. See, when you mill out the sections, how can I get? It's difficult to. You mill it out, and you get a lot of mess, right? Which you got to keep vacuuming up, and it takes a long time. It makes a hell of a noise when it's cutting, and you got the Hoover arm, you got extractor fan on because the fumes coming off it. So you got the vacuum cleaner sucking up all the bits as you go. So it's a lot of work, and I'm not sure people want to spend that much time making it. Now I've made one now, so I'm going to use this one. But I've got another idea. See where these layers are. See these layers? You've got each layer is the base and a pocket. The pocket, it's probably better to show you when it was off there, really. But that layer there, for instance, that's one chunk of plastic, 12mm, and you've got a 10mm pocket. And to get the bottom of the pocket, you have to leave 2 or 3mm. Now that 2 or 3mm, when you mill it, it's quite rough. It's quite rough. I don't know whether I want to put my surface mount little resistors and stuff in there. It's clean. You can blow the dust out. It's quite rough. Now I thought about putting some like shellac. You know when people make a table, they put some coins on a table and they fill it with like clear sort of resin. Oh, they can colour the resin. I thought about mixing some resistor colour code resin. So starting with black, and just put a very tiny bit in the bottom, just to cover the rough area, and it'll be opaque, so it'll be the colour, just the bottom, just the colour of black, and you got to let it go off. So you'd have to do the black, then you'd have to do the brown, and the red, and the orange, and the yellow, and the green, and the blue, and the violet, and the grey and the white for the resistor colour code, yeah. Anyway, see, all together, that's a lot of work, but a nice thing, but it's a lot of work. So, and it is modular, so the bottom one's different to the top one, and the middle ones are different to the rest, but the middle ones are all the same as each other, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so it does sort of work. So, say if I want to access, let me just try and see if I can do it. So if I want to access, I'll just spin the top cover anywhere you want. Hang on, this is awkward. You spin it around, and you can get access to 4 positions of the bays. And you can spin each layer. You can either hold them together or spin a layer at a time. This is almost impossible to show you on here. Hang on. Let's try and change hands. It's really heavy. So, yeah. So you can, when they're all lined up, if you line them all up, all these handles, then all the bays, all the pockets are, hello, all the pockets are covered, basically. So then if you spin it, you can get access to the different pockets. You probably get the idea, you know. Anyway, it looks nice. People look at it and they go, what the hell is that? And what a lot of people have been saying, they're saying, have you made that? And I go, yeah. They ask me what I do for a day job. I tell them, I say, what are you doing that for? If you can make that, why are you still doing what you're doing? Anyway. Right, so there's the thing. Very heavy. I've no doubt it'll be quite good. The cover, I've got I tell you what, I passed up as well. A guy was selling some magnetic rubber mat. Magnetic rubber mat, right? And I thought that'll be quite good to make to cut out into a circle to put on here. That 160 mil. Stick it on the bearing. Anyway, I didn't get it. So if I see him again this weekend, I'll grab it off him. So yeah, got rubber feet and the 50 mil pin through the middle. As per the model, it all turned out exactly right. So it's like it's flush with the top of there. The nuts flush, everything's flush. If I designed it again, if you do one, I might change it on the final design. But see the ball bearing recess for snapping it. When you turn it, it'll go click click click. Well, turns out that they're quite close to the centre, and for accuracy of snapping to the nearest bin, would have been better if I put them holes near the end here, around the edge, around this edge, because you've got greater accuracy. Basically, the further into the middle you go, it's possible to move it like that, further playing it. So now, because I've got these registration marks on here, these holes, I could put it back and mill out some extra holes, but I'm not that bothered about it. It'd probably drive me mad. It's probably one of those features like, like a key click or something, a synthetic key click. It sounds good when you first try it, but after a while you switch it off anyway. So I'm not really bothered. What I'm more interested in is having these layers packed together. So you can put your surface mount components in, and then you'll be able to tip it if you want to, or carry it, and they're not going to all fall out. You know what I mean? That's more what I was interested in. Anyway, so you've got we forego the top pockets on the perspex or acrylic, polycarbonate, whatever it is. Reason being, I think it would look messy. And we've got enough bins anyway, really. We've got 80 bins on here. I'm going to put this down for a bit. I wonder if what can I do with that? Yeah, I could lean it on there, couldn't I? Probably smash it now. There you are. There's that. Yeah, that's alright, isn't it? Leave it there. Right. Yeah, it's very heavy. I've got to try it in real life with some surface mount bits on it. Anyway, so when I was pondering over it and how hard it was to make. So anyway, just before I say anything else, I will put the G-code for all the steps and a little bit of a list on which order and all the bit sizes and all the anything else that needs to be specified beforehand. I'll put a web page on my website. See if hang on. This is not a sales pitch, by the way. Hang on. Alright, let me just let's open the browser a minute. Can you still see me? Hang on. You can't see that, can you? Hold on. Hang on. I get in there slowly. Yeah, you can see that one there. Right. Okay. Just gonna go on to. Hang on. Is that the one? That one. Yeah. Let's go on to a small one a minute. If I go on to. There you go. Just go on to a website. Right, if it's working, it wasn't working the other day. One of the encryption keys had elapsed. Right. Okay, so I've got a reseller area on the website. I've got a roadmap, some guides and stuff. Probably going to introduce on here a tab for, I don't know, I'll just call it community. Yeah, I'll just call it community, and we'll give back to the community will put back anything we can do open source. We'll put back into the community. So I did have another website where I had some code samples to go on this open source stuff. Links to people's code and samples, so you know which libraries to use and stuff. So I'll have a community tab, and then on there I'll put the G code for the carousel. I'll do a little. Let's close that down. Where are you gone? Right. So what I'll do is I'll have a picture of this on there, and with the links to all the bits of G code that you can download. Now, everyone's got a different CNC machine, so it might be a bit of a problem. But hopefully, whoever's got one will have a bit of experience with it. If you've got a Chinese CNC 6040, that's what I'm using. So basically, you could you should be all right with that. You just got to get the right size material, and you're away really, and follow the instructions. Now, what I have noticed is with the speeds, the feed rate on here. This feed rate, if you go to default, which is something like 25,400 or something, 2,500 and 400. Sorry, 2,540. I can't remember what the exact default speed was. Anyway, what it'll do is it'll whip round. It'll whip round and see these hexagonals here. See where I've got some hexagonals sections. Basically, it ignores that because it's running too fast. I don't know whether it can't keep up with the amount of pulses. Maybe the PC is too slow, I'm not sure. But it turns, this goes rounded. It's rounded instead of, and then these pockets as well, they turned out to be round on this corner and round on that corner and square down there. And the only way, it's probably just too fast because the first one I cut at a very slow speed took 2 hours 20 minutes. The for base layer, and the next one took about 25 minutes when I sped it up. But having sped it up, let me show you actually. Let me show you. Right, so back on this one again. So this one, I don't know whether you can see it. One of these layers, I think it's the bottom one. I put it on the bottom, yeah. The bottom layer is rounded. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Hang on. Never had trouble with focusing before. Yeah, because you can see the hex on the top one. Hang on, let's spread it. Let's spread it out. Hang on. Let's spread it out. The top two, you can see. Hang on, wrong way. Wrong way. Hang on. Ah, it's terrible. Hang on. Right, so yeah. See that the top three have got the hexagon shape because it's cut to the actual model. But the bottom layer cut too fast. It's rounded. Can you see it? Not the bottom one, sorry. This one here. The second from the bottom. It's actually rounded, and I had to recut the pockets in it. And it's oversized the pockets now. So, but I got no more of that plastic. Go there. I got no more of that plastic. 12mm plastic. So I've only got 5mm plastic left. Leave that there, yeah. Okay. Right. So, if you are going to do it, you need to... What I did is I created some G code to mill out... Hang on, let's get rid of that top rubber mat and the cover. The G code, the pocket, it mills out this bit here. And what I've done is I've got it to mill, because these takes the time. I've got it to mill this at full speed, just the middle pockets. Alright, without the rim. Although mine had the rim, it went round and tidied it up after, but I just want the middle bit. I'll show you on the design, hang on. You can see it on this design. So this, when you do a pocket, it fills it in, and it does a tool path, and it does this outer one here is where it trims it up. So it roughs this out, and at the end it goes round here, and it does a step at a time down to the whatever size it is. So what I ended up doing, I mill out those at full speed, and then I've got another one here that mills just the edge out at slow speed, right? And it does the cutout for you. So all the fine work is done at about, initially I set it to, where's it gone? What have I done with that? It's disappeared. Hang on in. Oh, here it is. Right. Anyway, so that 1250 is about as low as you can get to get a proper accurate cut. With that, that's as slow as that's as fast as you want to get. Sorry, if you want an accurate cut, and you do want an accurate cut, so but I did have it down to 250 or 500. But that was take too long, 2 hours to cut it. And this step over, I've put it back to 100% again. I think the problem lies with my bit, my four-ended flute milling bit. It must have it's got a hole in the middle. Whether I damaged it, right in the middle of it. It's not milling because it's a 4 mil bit, and I'm getting it to do 4 mil holes. There's a little pip right in the middle where it can't get to, just the last little bit. I think that's probably damaged. I probably hit a screw with it by mistake. Anyway, so there's that. So, but when I put it onto the website with that new, the new tab I've got to give it. Yeah, when I put it on there, I'll put the instructions in as well. I'll have a step-by-step guide. So it'll be a whole dedicated page just to that. Anyway, okay. So that turned out okay. I will use it. I'm gonna get some mat for it and just finalize. I've used the. Hang on, let's go back to this one. I'll be able to show you. Right, so the bearings with these washers. When you mill out the depth here, see that depth there? Oh, you can't see that, can you? Hang on. Let's go to another drawing, another view. Right, sorry. Yeah. So see this here. Hang on. See that's that clear bit there. That is what it's milling out. So it's milling out 4.25 mil, which is 4 mil bearing. So it's giving you a little bit of clearance here, 0.25. And I'm relying on a washer that's 0.8 of a mil thick. Now, if I get 0.25 there, 1/3 of a mil gap, and 0.25 into the upper, like this one here, this is basically what you got here. See that? See where you've got a gap, and you got the washer half the quarter. Well, 0.25 is into the bottom, 0.25 at the top. Leaves you 1.3 left to match the gap. But that's trying to do that. Exactly right on these cheap, I'll say cheap, CNCs. You can't get that kind of accuracy. Really, I can't anyway. I mean, it's close, but it's not. It's working with small gaps. So basically, sometimes you'll mill too deep. Let's go back to the top one again. So you might mill too deep and this bearing might sit lower. You have a bigger gap and then you'll need to drop in the washer won't be big enough to bring the next level up to it, if you know what I mean. So what you end up having to do then is either put 2 washers on, or you might have to get a shim instead of a washer, or grind down or file down the washer thickness so to get the exact size. But it's designed to be at 4.25, and another problem is when you flip it, you never, even though it's got the registry holes, you can't get it bang on. It's close, but it only needs to be out slightly, and there'll be like a wobble on it. Anyway, so it's quite complicated to set up and make. So, got the information how to make it, but to make it, it's quite fiddly. And so, basically, what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to say it might not be worth the effort to build one. Might be too much aggro to build it. But you do it once and it'll last your lifetime, won't it? So, you know what I mean? It's one of them. So anyway, I thought, do we actually need the bearings? Because when this plastic's pivoted at the middle, it will spin anyway. As long as, if you change that for a nylock and don't actually tighten it up, just a nylock nut just to stop it coming loose. And leave them loose, because I mean, the electronic components, they're only lightweight, aren't they? You could have 1,000 resistors in there. Tell you what, let's move one of these over. Let's move one over in case anyone's watching who's never seen us do anything before. Oh, hang on, let me put the cover on. And the mat. It allows me to get into the centre. Alright. So basically when you move it, the components aren't going to be that heavy, are they? The plastic's very heavy anyway. So it might not even need a bearing. You might be able to, just do it with... It'd be nice if it's a bearing, but I don't know if it's necessary. I suppose I'd have to take the bearings out, or... It does slide anyway, and when you spin it, it'll spin and spin around anyway. So you might not need the bearings. So all you need is a 4mm hole all the way through. 4mm hole, just drop your pin through, and don't tighten it. Use the nylock nut to just stop it falling apart. And you won't have to worry about size of washers and stuff like that. So you can just put it together, and gravity will, when it's fairly tight, there's no washers, and you won't have this gap. You won't have the third gap, 0.3 of a gap, 0.3 of a mil gap. I mean, that's nothing, but they'll just sit on top of each other and stay flat. But I'm not sure whether it will spin or not. I'll put the bearings in, but you probably don't need the bearings. You probably get away without them. I mean, it just means this will be harder to push around. It's not going to be totally hard. If you haven't tightened it crazily, you'll push them around anyway. So you probably don't need bearings. So that's what I'm saying. So, to that end, I thought this is a CNC version of Unexpected Makers 3D printed single tier thing. I think it was with a clear lid, same kind of clear lid. Apart from this one, I got the pockets on it, but I haven't implemented that on the one I made. I left them off. Actually, let's go back to another one so you can see the thing behind. Hang on. Let's tell you what. Can I put the camera on? View. Oh, no, that's the camera there, isn't it? So yeah, anyway, let's stay there, bugger it. Right. So what I was going to do is start again with the same pattern, but take all the bearing stuff out. So and make it out of 5mm plastic instead of 12mm. You've got 12mm, 12, 12, 12mm, and 5mm. So just keep it all out of 5mm. So let's give that a go and see if we can. Because I think I've got some 3mm as well. But you could use two instead of using a 12mm. You could use sort of 3 lots of 5mm. You could go 15mm then. But what you do is your bottom. If you had, it's difficult to show you to make you understand. Anyway, so what you'd have the full one that's the base. Instead of milling the pocket down and getting that, your first piece of plastic would be that. Then your next two would be the pocket, so you'd cut it out. You'd have a cutout. So you'd have 3 bits of plastic to be one layer, basically. 3 sheets of plastic be one layer. But then how would you stop them flowing apart? So what you'd do, you don't want to glue it because that makes a mess. So you'd have to mill halfway into the bottom plastic, and then you'd mill a pin. That's a good idea, actually. Turn the bottom one, you'd mill halfway through. It's 2 holes for some pins, little steel pins to go in. And the top one, you'd turn it over and mill halfway through that one. So when you push the 3 layers together, the pin is encompassed in it. It's actually sandwiched in it. So the pin doesn't stick out to the other layers. And it makes that a single layer. So the pin, it's not a threaded pin, it's just you mill a 4mm hole, you put a 4mm pin in it. And it's just like a shank. Cut it off. And that'll stop the 3 bits of plastic spinning independently, so it'll make them a layer. I mean, you don't have to glue them. You could put a bit of thread, you could if you want, in with that pin, put a bit of a screw lock or something. But I say just leave it as it is. It's all going to be held together anyway. And then what that'll do is it'll let you build the height of the pocket however you want. If you want a deeper pocket or a shallower pocket. So if you're putting 1000 0603 resistors in there, that 3mm by 128 and 18, it's the volume in there is quite a lot. So you might not need the space, but it would be modular. So you'd only have to cut out. You'd cut your base and you'd cut your top layer, but all layers are made up from the same stuff. I'm gonna have to make this, aren't I? Hang on, tell you what to do. What I'll do, let's copy this. Now we'll have to start again, I think. Let's start again. Right, okay. So let's take the first layer, put it on its edge. Right, there's your first layer. Take the perspective off. Right. So I want to just capture. I'll tell you what, I want to capture this bottom one, don't I? That looks like it's lower than the other thing. Is it lower? Isn't it? No, maybe not. So I'm just going to capture this bit. Well, I want the bottom section without all the rest of it. So let's copy that and come out of that. Paste. Yeah, that's basically what I wanted. Right. So I'll put this over here, this side. So, right, I'm going to lose the feet mark. Another thing I forgot to mention is, hang on. Yeah, I'll put the feet, instead of, I milled out these holes, but you can't see it, recesses for the feet. Yeah, but I didn't use them in the end. I put the feet on the bottom handle just to get the wider footprint. So I just put them on the bottom. Anyway. Right. So I'm going to lose these feet. So now that's its own thing. So we're going to lose that one. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Now we don't want. We want that, but we want a 4mm hole. Oh no, that's right. The bottom one does have a bigger hole to cover the nuts. Leave that as it is. Right. So we've got. So this will be the base, but it'll only be 5mm thick. Now I've got some 3mm plastic as well. So, shall I make it out of the stuff I've got? Yeah. Tell you what, I'll make it out of 3mm because it might be more popular. What have I done with it? Just give me a second while I grab something. Right, back. I've got this sheet of plastic. I bought this as a lot. I haven't really looked at it, so I don't know if it's clear or not. Let me have a quick look. Might be milky coloured. I'll tell you what, getting these bits off is awkward. Oh, I've been all over the place today on my day job. Yeah, I think this is white. Is that plastic? Can't tell if that's... Yeah, so this is... It's like opaque, milky stuff. It doesn't matter. Get the idea. So let's measure that. Let's measure that. Of course, my battery's on its way out on my caliper. Right, that's gone off. I tell you what, these things, they don't have to drain the batteries, these calipers. You can't keep up with the batteries in them, can you? That's gone off again. I need a new battery. Anyway, I can do it manually. Do it in a manual way. So what is that? Is that 5mm? Right. That's 5mm. Okay, we'll do it in 5mm. So 5mm plastic sheet. Okay. Do that. So we'll do it 5mm. Let's... Right, so it's going to be 5mm, so I'm going to raise this... wait, I forgot where my tool is now. There it is. Right, so... Oh, hang on, let's get back onto the screen so you can see what I'm doing. Right, so I'm going to lift this up 5mm. Okay. So that's our 5mm. Put the perspective back on. Yeah, so this will be the first one, our base plastic. Now, because it's 5mm, I need to attach that up to the top. So my original hole is... Hang on, let's find out what the size of this hole is. I think it was bigger than that, wasn't it? I was trying to put a bearing in and the end in. So we're not having bearings on this one. So what I should have done is I shouldn't have done the way I did it, should I? Hang on, let's undo that. Undo, push, pull. So I need to turn it upside down. So upside down. Okay. I need to put in a 4mm hole. So 2mm. That's 4mm. Okay. So I need to mill out the hole. I can either do it like that. Let's get rid of this one a minute. I think it's 12 mil, that one, isn't it? 12 mil, yeah. So I've got to get rid of that. I have to put that on after. So what I'll do is I'll raise this. Is it down or up? Does it matter? It's making it hollow, isn't it? Is it? Yeah. Okay. I don't want to do that upside down. You have to do this in the right way, otherwise you end up in a problem later down the line. Right. Anyway. So I'm going to raise it by 5 mil. Let me just see if I've got. Yeah, I've got the dots up that end, and I should have the dots this end. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Okay, that's the hole all the way through. That's okay. But I need now to go to the bottom and put a recess in. So if it's 5 mil, if I say 3 mil, I'm going to say 3 mil. Okay, so 3 mil hole. So 6 mil. That's 12 mil diameter hole. And I got to recess it down, which it won't let me do now. This is what I was talking about earlier. So let's get rid of that a second. Yeah. Well, let me get it now. Right, X-ray mode. I need to get rid of that for a minute. I've got to keep the middle bit though. Alright, so view, X-ray mode on. So I need to, I'm already underneath, yeah, and I need to drop this down by 3 mil. And I need to then draw another hole in it. 2 mil, so that's 4 mil hole. And I need to cut that right out, so that needs to go down to the thickness. Right, okay. So that's that bit done. That's the bottom. So that is for the screw. The head of the screw to fit in. And a washer, hopefully. Okay. Hang on, what's happened here? Has that done something weird? Can't tell. Hang on. Constantly flipping backward and forward. Yeah, that's okay. That's alright. Yeah, that's about right. Hang on. As long as I can see that daylight. So this is the base finished. Okay. So we've got that's all we want for the base, the same thing. But hang on, I thought we could mill out stuff. We're gonna laser cut it, aren't we? So we're gonna laser cut it, so we don't want a pocket. You can't make a pocket from a laser cut. That's as far as I know. You can't. You can cut stuff, but to make a pocket is a different story. It'll either go straight through or, correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway. So possibly you'd laser cut it, but you will have to do some milling. Somehow you'll have to mill out that for the. Oh no, sorry, disregard what I'm saying. Disregard it, because the rubber feet will keep it up high enough, but you'll have yes. Let's get rid of the. Hang on, I'll tell you what to do. Let's get rid of these. No. Hang on, let's backtrace a bit. Backtrace a bit. Okay. So all we want is the 4 mil hole. Sorry. The 4 mil hole is all we want, and we don't want that bit at all. We're trying to keep it as simple as possible. That's it. We just want a 4 mil hole that the laser can cut out all the way through. What we're after is we're after cutting stuff out, not pocketing. With a CNC, you can pocket stuff. With a laser, you just want to be cutting it out. Cutting it. You don't want to try to go down in a pocket size. Anyway, so that's that bottom bit done. Right, so there's no need to make that. I'll group it. Well, let's call it a component. Why not? Make a component. Okay, this is going to be called the laser base. That'll do. Laser base. So that's the base. Okay. Right, what's it doing now? Saving. Slow. Its drive's gone to sleep. Right, come on. You can do it. What's it doing? Is it froze on me? No. Has my drive gone totally to sleep? Yeah, it stopped responding, hasn't it? That's SketchUp for you with, probably not SketchUp, probably the plugin, but I haven't done that for a long time. Oh, it's back. It's just took a while. Right, so that went well. So we've got the base. Now what we want is we want the middle tier. Now we want the middle tier with just the top pocket. So if I put it on its edge. No, wrong way. Take off the perspective. So I want now this bit here. Just the top bit. That's it. Copy that. It's thirsty work. I've drank all my cider as well on a Friday night. Can you believe it? Paste. Let's put it somewhere out of the way a minute there. Okay, let's have a look at it. So we're not going to bother with ball bearings. And we're not going to bother with swivel bearings. But we do want our middle pin. Can I get... yeah. So 2 mil there. I need to get rid of this one. Okay. Okay, I'll cut that out for a bit. Yeah, why not? Oh. Hang on. So what, let's just get rid of that. Let's put SketchUp. You have to do stuff in a certain way, otherwise it gives you grief. 2 mil, right? So that's fine there. And are we flat? We haven't picked up anything else with us. No, we're flat. So this one, it's going to be a cutout as it is. So it makes it much easier. I can laser cut this out. So let's make it the same size, 5 mil. Here we go, 5 mil. Okay. So we've got our 5 mil and we've got our hole in the middle. We've got our on top surface. And have we got our bottom surface? Have we got a bottom surface? No, we haven't, have we? This is the thing, you got to be careful. So I've got to undo that. And what I need to do is I need to do it from this side. Hang on. Which is the underneath now? That's the underneath. So I don't get what happened there. Oh yeah, because I... tell you what, let's pull it down. 5 mil. Right, have I got both sides of my plastic? This is very awkward when you're not in perspective mode. Hang on. Right. I've got a surface there. That's good. Look, you got to make sure you got your surfaces, and it's not hollow. Yeah, I've got my surfaces, or I might just pick picking up the top one. No, that's it. So I've got my surfaces. So that is ready now to be the middle layers. It's ready. Yeah, it's ready to be a middle layer. So let's make that as a component. We'll call it make component laser middle layers, middle layer. Okay. Right. So let's grab that and back to perspective. Oh, it was already in perspective. So we'll grab that and put it on here. Let's put it over here. That's it. No gap. No gap, no washer, no bearings, no springs, no ball bearings, no swivel bearings. Just surface to surface. When you move the one plastic over the other with a pin in it, it's going to spin anyway. It's just going to spin anyway. Right, so we want another few layers. So that what that gives us, it gives us a bottom. So there's no need to mill out anything and leave a pocket. It gives us our bottom to our bin, and the second layer gives us the bin walls, which only 5mm. So we will probably want 2 on that. So let's just copy that one. That's it. Oh, hang on, here we go. Right, so we've now got a bin that is 10. We've basically got the same as we had before, but instead of it being 12mm thick, we've got 15mm thick. If you measure it, you go from there to there, 15mm. We've got a 10mm pocket. So we've basically got what we had there out of 3 bits of cheaper. There's 3 lots of it, fair enough. But it's only 5mm plastic, easy to get hold of. I'm sure if you said I want a 12 or 15mm sheet plastic, I'm sure the price is going to be crazy. So we can make it out of this stuff. It looks like, why am I looking like I'm in, it looks like I'm in X-ray mode, but I'm not. Right, so that would make 1. So the only thing we got to do is somehow fasten these together. Have an ability to fasten these together. So when I spin it, they spin in unison. So it doesn't matter if I push that one in the middle or the top, it's all going to spin in unison. Now you've got the registry marks. I don't know if we can make use of them. Probably could actually. Probably could, but no. I want to leave them as they are. They're great for spinning stuff over. But I won't need them, will I? I won't need to turn it upside down because we're not going to mill the bottom. We're making it simple. We're not going to mill the bottom. So I'm just wondering whether to put a pin in there. Yeah, I think I like the idea of that. Or somewhere else. Where would you put your pin? You could just put a pin there and a pin there. Would you need 2 pins or 1 pin? Oh, I remember now. I was going to show you something. Hang on. I was going to play you a tune, wasn't I? Alright. Oh, that's me live. Hang on. Go on to home. That's not showing me. Why not? Why isn't it showing? Hang on. Go to my videos. Let's go down the list. Right. Yeah, I was going to play this one. There you go. Start again. Yeah. Yeah. I should put that on my intros, really. Never mind. I made that music from nothing, by the way. Let me know if you want a 3-minute version of that. Anyway. Again. Yeah, the animation is... if you want to do one of these, you need... what's it called now? After Effects. And you can get a tutorial online from Avnish Parker. He's pretty good for a... hang on, we don't want to be playing what we show playing now. Stop it. So I was going to show you that. What else was I going to show you? That was it, wasn't it? Was that it? Can't remember. Anyway. So we've done our... got a bit of an interlude there. So yeah. Tell you what, we'll make the layers up first. But that needs to be a group, that does now. See? But we need to create more of them. So that's a base. Actually, that base is a base and it's a bottom layer. Alright. So, say if you wanted a bigger bay now, you just put another one of them on. You'd have a 15mm pocket. So, right, let's just, tell you what, let's just group that together. Group. Right, let's copy the group. There we go. Should we copy it again? Where are we? Yeah, and again. So what we've got now is we've got basically what I've been working on. Oh, we've got that bottom bit again. Yeah. Okay, that's different, isn't it? Yeah, so we need a slightly different one there. That's okay for the bottom, but we'd need... I know what we need. Right, let's undo that. We're jumping ahead here. Right, so we'd need that. That's okay for the very bottom layer. But we need a slightly different model. So if I go back to this layer, put it on its edge, take the perspective off. If I grab the bottom bit now, it's the bottom bit I want in it. Without the pockets, I think. Is it? Yeah. Copy that. Anyway, so we'll copy that. Paste it. Okay, so we've now got the bit we want for our mid layers. Yeah. Okay, so we don't want all this stuff again, do we? Tell you what, let's put in 2mm hole, which is 4mm diameter. And let's get rid of all this stuff. Get rid of all this stuff. Make it easy. The idea is to make it easy to build, yeah. I want it to be easy. Is that part of that? I don't know if it is though. It's not, is it? Alright, so we've got that. Yeah, it's not intersected with the model, is it? I'll tell you what, let's just get rid of it again. See, this is, I don't like leaving myself without a center point. Let's try it, 2mm. Let's have a look around it. Yeah, it looks about right, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, is it? Yeah. Okay, so that's our mid-tier base. Or bottom to our... Okay, so that needs to be 5mm. It's quite a thick 5mm, isn't it? Oh well. Doesn't matter. Try and keep it all the same material if we can. So we've got that. So let's make that. We're going to call that a. We're going to call it. What are we going to call it? Make a component. We're going to call it a laser. Mid tier. I don't know how to spell tier. Sorry. Base. I think it's TIR, but I'll leave it like that. Laser. Where's my R? Why I keep missing R's? What's going on? I think I just found OBS is taking over me events for me to click. Right, laser mid-tier base, create that, yeah. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to put that over here now. And that will be our next layer, right? So that's okay. But what we want now is one of these. Copy. Paste. We want that to be on top of there. And we want another one there. Okay. And we want to group that one. Sorry, start from down here. We want that one, and that one. Does that leave us 3 at the bottom? Yeah. So we'll group them. Group that, and that's another layer. So we could go again, copy that, and that's it. So we've got our three layers made up from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sheets of plastic. It gives us a base layer with pockets in, and it gives us 2 upper layers or middle layers. So is that it, or did I have 4? I think I had 4, didn't I? Does it matter? Don't know if it matters. Let's see how tall that is. 45mm. I think that's probably enough, isn't it? That's high enough. High enough. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 layers. So I think the top cover, a single layer, will make it 10 sheets of plastic. And that'll do just nicely, won't it? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to say that. So we need our upper layer just to finish it off. So your upper layer is actually the same as your middle base layer, I think. Yeah, so if I get one of them, copy and paste. Oops, what's going on here? Come on, get your perspective right. That's it. Okay, so what have we got here? Yeah, we don't want one with pockets. We want a clear one. That's the one. So, we've got 10 layers. 10 layers of plastic with just a 4mm hole in the middle all the way through. And yeah, so you might have to countersink the top. If you want to put a mat on it, on the top layer, you'll probably have to countersink and get a 4mm long bolt. How tall does that bolt have to be? Hang on. 50mm. It all sounds very, very pre-designed. It's just haphazard. Right, anyway. 50mm, so those brass pins, I think the normal size for the longest one is 50mm. So you would have to either countersink the bottom or something, or use a longer bolt or some M4 all thread or something different. Right. So that is it basically. made. So what this does, it's a lot less work than this one, right? A lot less work. But it's made out of separate bits. It's just a layered laser cut plastic, similar to like a Raspberry Pi case or something, or an Arduino case. So no bearings, just a pin through the middle. If you want to build on top of it, you will. You want to build on top of it, put your rubber mat, but you'll need to get rid of. Just trying to think. So you've put a nut on there. I mean, you could have a separate raised piece in the middle. No, that's just still gonna need a nut or a countersunk. So you have to countersunk the last layer. You probably just get one of those countersunk bits. Just mill it down, put a countersunk fixing in it, straight through. So your thread sticks out, and put a nut on it that sticks out below the bottom layer. But when you put your rubber feet on, have I got any rubber feet? I haven't I? That's a point. Where's my? Oh, there they are. Need to make some different rubber feet. Let's get these rubber feet. Hang on. Copy. Because in effect, I actually moved them off there and moved them to the end, didn't I? I'll leave them there on that model. So paste. Alright, let's just create an individual one. Hang on, what's it doing right over there? Woof, come back. Right, so is that a component? It's a component rubber feet. So if I make it unique, have I made it unique? Yeah, I think so. Right, so we want it bigger. It needs to be, what we got here? 2 mil. We want, let's say 8 mil. Oops. Let's go another 6 mil. That's it. We could taper it. We'll leave it as it is though. Okay, so we'll put that now under the edge of the base. There. It's all good. Right, so we're going upside down now. So I need to move that over to there. How can I center that up? What about X-ray mode? X-ray mode, I need to grab it from the middle pin there. And I need to put it in the center of this one here, which is there. Okay. Yeah, so we got, that's nice. I need another 4 of them now. Copy. Paste. Sub button there. Paste. One over there. Paste. One over there. Right, now go around them and place them. Pick and place, that's what it's for. It's a pick and place. I'm doing a bit of pick and placing. Pick and placing on a pick and place. Alright, so I need to put that onto here. Okay, that one's done. Yep, now this one. Oh yeah, I need a drink. Very thirsty, this talking lot. There you go. Okay. That's not it, is it? That's it. Right, last one. What did I do with that last one? How did that end up down there? Right, come back. Come back up here. God, this is, I'd say it's like watching paint dry, but... Anyway, the world's gone to hell in a handbasket this week. Just when I thought it was safe to come out of the water, lo and behold, another shark. Right, how do I get that? Yeah, we've all gone to hell in a handbasket this year. Right, so we've got the feet. Let's come back. Let's come from underside to upside. Right, this file's growing exponentially, isn't it? Alright, anyway, so you got our feet. We need to put our rod in now. Okay, let's get our rod. Copy of a rod. I'll go with it. Right. Is that it? Yeah, copy. Oh yeah, thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. Torture, torture, torture. Oh, it's copied that whole lot. We don't want bearings. Alright, let's get rid of that. Don't want bearings, don't want washers, don't want springs, don't want fiddly bits. Washer there. Do you need a washer? No. Yeah, I suppose you need a washer. Oh, God, what have I done? Deleted the whole thing. Get rid of washers. Now, a washer at the top, washer at the bottom. That needs to go up to the top, doesn't it, really? How can I move that up? Onto the face of that. Easier said than done. Right, here we go. Oh, don't move. This is where it gets a bugger. That's it. Press up arrow when you're trying to do that. Up arrow and it'll know to just put it up. You know, you're telling it you just want to go up. Good stuff if you can get it. Yeah. Oh well, if nothing else, I'm learning how to use this a bit better. Right, here we go. Let's put this stack. Oh God, I'm at the wrong angle here. Oh, I've lost it now. Go on. Oh dear. Right, I'm never gonna get that in there. I probably need to turn it around as well. You don't want to see an ugly nut, do you? Need to be countersunk as well. Oh, I haven't got time to do a countersunk today. Tell you what, let's just turn it round. Oh, that's one way of doing it. Oh yeah, that was a shambles, wasn't it? Where's my... swinging like a candle. Hang on. Tell you what, let's just drop it down where it is. Okay. What we got here? Too much coming out the bottom. It's not lined up. Okay. Well, I mean, now this is hard work. Are we in X-ray mode? Sometimes you need X-ray mode, but not all times. That's it. Right. Ah, it's not so clever as it thought it was, is it? It's lined up the one way, but not the other. Oh, God. Go on. Oh, escape, escape, escape. Oh, get rid of X-ray mode. Tell you what, turn it upside down. Where's my model gone? Come back, model. Yeah, you gotta fight. You gotta drag this kicking and screaming to get it to go in. Go on, you bugger. Get in there. Okay, now you're too high off the material. So I need to bring you down. Press down. No, it's going out. Hang on, keep going. You're almost going the right way. Now it's going to start flinching because it's going nuts now. It's going nuts because I can't see the bottom anymore. Come on, you can do it. Don't mess around. Right, is that going to be good enough? I don't know. Let's get back. Let's turn topsy-turvy up the right way. Oh my god. Right, anyway, so what I want to do is get the laser one ready. Because I reckon now I've got to break out the laser machine, which I've put away. It's not set up, so not today though. Right, so we've got... That's awful, isn't it? What's happened there? It's not in the middle. It's not in the middle. Oops, where are we going? Not even selecting that, is it? Why isn't it selecting that? There it is. Come on, get in there. You know what I'm trying to do. You can surely got the intelligence to know I'm trying to snap that into that one. You see, if I was designing it, I would say when I get close to an object and you can see me struggling to line it up, just snap it to the nearest thing. You know, snap it. Take some AI. Maybe the new version does it. I'll give it that because I don't run the new version. SketchUp Make 2017. This is. I think it's the last free one. Last free software. I don't want to pay for software. I'll tell you a story. I once bought on the Amiga going back. I once travelled about 50, 60 miles to go and pick up a copy of Music X for the Amiga, Commodore Amiga, and it was it used to be about 260 quid. It was £260, and for some reason it went on to offer. It went on offer to about 60 or 90 pound. I can't remember exactly how much now. So I ended up driving. I only wanted the manual really. I already had the program anyway. So I wanted to go and get an official copy of it, basically. And I thought, oh, I read a magazine article. It said this is the new software for MIDI, and this is what people are going to use, and it's going to be supported way into the future. Have a guess what happened when I bought it? Oh, hello, Jeff. I've just seen you. Can I answer from there? I don't know. Hang on. Let's get on to this and... Oh dear, let's go on there. I'm not sure how to do it. Have a guess what happened when I bought it. Oh, hang on. Let's mute that. Turn the quality down to almost nothing. I don't want to see it. Just want to send. Hi, Jeff. Are you okay? Oh, yeah. Is that it there? Yeah. Hello, Jeff. Are you watching? I don't know if you're still on, are you? Yeah. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Not much chance of that. Right. Alright. Right, let's get back to this screen. Yeah, anyway, I ended up buying the software, and well, a few weeks later, 6 months maybe, they said, "Oh, that's the end of Music X. No, but we're not issuing any more updates or anything. We're abandoning it." So ever since, I've been a bit resident in buying something. You don't know if they're going to discontinue, basically. Yeah. Are you still there, Jeff? I see Jeff's in the chat. I finished my carousel, Jeff. If you're there, Jeff's a mate I go swimming with. He's a local lad. We're both sort of dare I say amateurs, amateur radio, ham radio, basically. So we know each other. We go swimming. There you go, Jeff. I built it. When my word is given, it is good. It's really heavy. Built the carousel. Thank God I can get on with something else now. I can get back on with the ESP32 project now. Intercom, which is what I'm trying to do, but get this out of the way. Anyway, so we've got our bolting. Yeah, that looks a bit long, doesn't it? Is that long? Isn't it? No, that'll do. I don't care. Anyway, right, you get the idea. So basically, what we've got here, we've got on the left, we've got the CNC version. On the right, we've got our laser cut version. This side needs about a week to make, to mill out each piece, and then you've got to finish it off and tidy it up. This side, you should be able to cut this in about a day, 2 or 3 hours. You'll be able to cut this in 2 or 3 hours, and there's no tidying up to do, and you can expand it in your pocket layers as deep as you want. Yeah. No bearings in it, no springs. It's just a simple carousel. So, you know what I'm going to have to do now? You know, over the weekend, I was hoping to have a rest. I'm going to have to make the laser cut. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be ready. I've got to set the laser up yet and everything. That's going to be a problem. You could mill this out as well. You could mill it out, because there won't be no pockets. It'll just be cutting. So you could cut it, but I don't see the point of cutting one. Let's see if we can laser one. So anyway, that's going to about do it soon. I know I was something I was going to show you, and I forgot what it was. So, if you've got a 3D printer, you go to Unexpected Makers. Try to find his code for, don't know where he put it. It's bound to be a link somewhere. And you can 3D print his carousel. Tell you what I'll do. I'll even show it you. Yeah. I'll even show it you. If I can. Right. Unexpected Maker. Sion in Melbourne, Australia. How you doing, mate? Yeah, he's moving from his house into his he's got a unit somewhere, I think. So a few months ago, or even a month, he said he was staying put, but all of a sudden he's got a unit. Oh well. Right, he's got to move at some point. Well, if we go down the videos, hang on, it's gonna. What's this view I'm in here? latest. Where's the oh, right, click on there, go to
Hi,
the hi. So go down the list and we'll have a look at his carousel. In case you probably know an unexpected maker. I would be surprised if he didn't. But down here you can see a sample of his my pick and place ad hoc feeder. Okay. I haven't looked at that. You have to watch that video. He's made himself a feeder. Oh, no, sorry, that's his real pick and place, not a manual one. Right, here it is. There's. Right, I'll show you this. I'll mute it. Oh, we've got ads. Okay, let's have some ads then. Why not? Right, so let's get on to his. Hang on. Get where? Here it is. Right. Okay, so yeah, this is unexpected makers feed. No copyright infringement intended. Just showing you what you've made. So, has he got the audio? That's music. So basically, he's made a 3D. I think he's done Fusion 360. I'm not sure. He's made himself these two little bits and joined them together. And he's got like a carousel with a piece of clear plastic. Looks alright actually. He's got his little bits. You can see his bits in there. And he's got his labels in there. So, and then this bit in the middle is like sits on top, and it with his rubber mat, and he's putting the bits on. And he's rotating this to an open window where you can pick out the bits. So that's that idea. So what happened is I went on his channel and I said, where do I get one of them from? And then the rest of the community said, oh, he made it himself. He's the G code. He doesn't sell them, so you've got to get the G code off him or download it or whatever the file, STL file, whatever it is for 3D printing, and make your own basically. So I thought, well, okay, if I make my own, I might as well have a go at making one, you know. That's what I did. So you get the idea. He's got these on angles. I don't know if I think they're on an angle so the bits drop into the corner. That's quite a good idea, isn't it? Well, that's okay for 3D printing, but if you try to mill that out, your mill will be stepped. It'll have to step down and down and down and down. It wouldn't be a smooth transition like that, probably. Not with the software I use. It's a bit crude. Yeah, he's got. Excuse me. He's got quite a lot there. He's got a lot of bits. I don't really took much notice. What's that there? So you can see how small the bits are. If you've only got to sneeze, and some of the stuff will just fly away from you. Anyway, so that was the whole idea, because I've got a circuit board. Hang on. Right, let's get off that a minute. Yeah, so here's the circuit boards. There you go. So that circuit board is what I make, amongst a few others. I haven't sold any yet, but I haven't tried to tell the truth. Constant research and development. But that's the one I finished up on, and it does everything I want it to do. But that is going to be built into an audio video intercom. You've seen one of the other streams, you'll see what that is. Or I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's just save that and I'll show you. More tea, Vicar. Sit here diner first. Never sit down to a live stream without a drink. Bad idea. Anyway. Right, that's finished. So I'll go on to... Is that the one? No, here it is. Call station. Right, so this is what I'm trying to make ultimately, before I got totally diverted with a carousel. The carousel is not something I wanted to make. I just want one, so I've got one ready for when I start building. Hang on, how do I get rid of the aluminium? Aluminium 2. Right, so in there is one of those circuit boards I just showed you. Upside down, fastened to a polycarbonate insert that sits there. Okay, and the other side you've got all the rest of the bits. You've got TFT screen, speaker, Mylar speaker, push button, ESP32 camera, and another board which I haven't designed yet to mount the camera onto, which also gives you a MEMS microphone, I believe it is. And all that's got to be wired to this, right? And all that then, once it's wired to that, it connects to my software, which is this one. Okay. Now this software I've been making since. I've been making this software since 2012, right? 2012 I started on this software. And you can do crazy stuff with it. I've showed you before. Anyway, let's just do some crazy stuff. UPass, set volume 7.
Speech volume set to 7.
Okay, I've never done a live stream, have I? Maybe I did. UPass, what time is it? UPass, what time is it?
The time is 9:34 p.m.
UPass, it's a bit late to be that loud, surely. UPass, set volume 6.
Speech volume set to 6.
Bit too loud still. UPass, set volume 5. UPass, set volume 4.
Speech volume set to 4.
That's better. Okay. Anyway, so this is what runs that intercom there, supposed to be. Okay. So, actually, let's plug one in. Should we plug one in? Hang on. Where did I get to? I've got bits everywhere here. Yeah, here's. What have I dropped? Anyway, here's a unit. Here's what I made. It's got a TFT screen. I put a Larlin TFT port on it. Built a port onto the board. Uses an ESP32 node MCU. It's got other stuff on it. It's got a memory chip. All sorts of stuff. But that's going to be the intercom controller, basically. Don't know how I even power it up. Shall I power it up? Okay, I can power it up. Oh. God, I've got to sort my desk out. Let's power it up, see what it does. Ready? Here we go. Hang on. Let's try it. It's a live demo, so you know what happens with live demos? They don't work. Ready? Oh, what am I doing? Trying to plug in a micro USB the wrong way around, as you always do. Alright, what's happening? Is it booting up? Who knows? Has it booted up? No. I don't know what it's doing. Live demo. Let's do a reset. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so we've got a touch screen. It's booted a few times. I don't think the micro USB's providing enough power to this, actually. Now we run it on a battery pack. I've got a very thin lead on it. Tell you what, let's run it off a battery pack. Hang on. Yeah, it doesn't like. My LDO isn't a low voltage dropout, so it's close to the voltage. There you go. Right, I've got a battery pack. And I can't find a lead to go with it. Hang on. God, I'm so unorganised. Anyway. Yeah, I'll forgo that. I'm not ready. No, you get the idea. That's the electronics that goes in that board that's what I make. Tell you what, that's why I need a yeah, here we go. Here's a blank board. Right, hang on. Let's swap over to this one a minute. Yeah, there's the board, a blank board. So I've got to pick and place that. Is it going to focus if I get rid of the rest? Will it focus? I don't know if it'll focus that close. Anyway, so that'll sit on top of my cowl, and I got to pick and place all the bits onto it. I got solder paste stencil when I ordered this. Excuse me, I keep bumming hiccuping. Anyway, so that's why I need a pick and place console to build them. If there's any unexpected makers watching, there's one of my another board with, instead of a Node MCU, it's got a tiny Pico on it. Yeah, it's got a tiny Pico on that one. So I've got a couple of different versions. Then I got smartwatches. These are the SP32 smartwatches. Let's just switch it on. I don't know if it's got any battery power. I haven't switched it on for a while. Probably not. Let's plug it in. They do go flat if you don't charge them for a while. Is it going to boot up? Yeah. There we go. You pass. Okay, and it should, once it logs onto the network.
Engine 44 is now online.
Yeah, there it is. The software, hang on, let's go back to a small picture of me. It's picked up 44, which is this watch. I've done this before. I'm sure I've done this before. Hang on, let's do another one. Yeah, slightly mad. Did I mention I'm slightly mad? Anyway. Right, here's another one. Okay, if you haven't got enough with two watches, there's two of them. It's two watches. If you haven't got enough with one watch.
Engine 45 is now online.
Yeah, so you get the idea. The software has suddenly kicked in, and it's communicating with two devices. Now, if I press a button, I've got the touchscreen enabled on here. Can you see that? I hardly see it, can you? It is dim, but because it is actually dim, but it brightens up. Hang on. Let's touch screen. So there's the intercom. Okay. I should have put that one watch away a minute. So I'll put this by the microphone, and I'll silence the noise in case this is driving you nuts. So I've silenced the noise. Now this ultimately, when I've finished the rest of the programming off, it'll show you video, and it'll show you. No, not on this one. This watch hasn't got a camera, but on the other one I've got, the one with the ESP32 cam. I'll show you a picture of the video. It'll play your audio. This one will just play audio. Okay. So to unlock it, right, I'm going to press the unlock. Now I've got the output on this one wired to the buzzer. Ready? There you go. Ready? Again. Again. Hang on. Can you hear that? There you go. Gives you 2 seconds. Okay. So you can run multiples. Yeah, I can run multiples. I can launch 2 at the same time. Let's launch 2 at the same time. Ready? Hang on. Right. There you go. So we've got 2 calls from 2 different stations. So I'll silence them up and put them on here, and I'll unlock the one. There you go. Anyway, that's that. Right, so they need charging up anyway, so I'll let them run for a bit and charge them up. So they're the Oh, just touched the touch screen by accident, sorry. Right, yeah, anyway, the software talks to these devices. It services them, basically. So it'll talk to each one on, I think, about 10 times a second. If they suddenly go offline, I'll show you what happens. Right, I'm going to turn this one off. Right, hold the stop button, turn it off. Alright, when it powers off, I'll just put that down. It's powered off. Right, it's just charging now. Nothing else is going on with that. Just charging. Okay. Now in a minute, the software will realise it's no longer attached. You ready? Set the volume higher. UPass set volume 6. UPass set
Engine
volume
44 is offline.
Yeah, it's just telling me engine 44 is offline. Now if I power off the other one as well, let's power off the other one. Alright, here we go. Power off. That's it. That one's off. So they're both off. Here they are, and they're both off. Okay, they're just charging up. So in a minute, let me just set the volumes. UPass set volume 6.
Speech volume set to 6.
Okay. So any moment now, it's going to tell you engine 44 is offline.
Engine 45 is offline. All engines are now offline.
Oh, sorry, the other way around. That was weird. Anyway, let's power one back up. Power the first one I switched off back up. Yeah, it's only getting its power. Let me just check the serial port form. Yeah, it's actually connected them twice here. So
Engine 44 is now online.
that's it. We disconnected them all. Okay, so that's 44. Let's have a look at this. Expand 44. Now this is talking wirelessly to engine 44, which is this one, which is is that the version? Yeah, it's a version 3. TTGO T-Watch LilyGo version 3, that is. It's a version 3. Okay. Let's give it a pulse. Let's shut that up. And of course, you've got three touch buttons, which I've got programmed up. The first one, will open up relay 1. And it's showing you there that I've got input. The red targets are the inputs. So I've got that input there, that one there. And then the intercom. I need to shut the intercom up. Right. So it gives you instant feedback on the screen, you know what I mean? And it's talking to it 10 times a second, getting status updates off it. It's asking the watch, whether, or whichever device it is, have you got anything for me? It's a slave. So the software is the master, and it's going through the list of all the equipment, saying, excuse me, at number 44, give me your status. If the status comes back and it says, I'm all fine, but I've got nothing for you, then it'll just carry on. If it comes back and say, I'm okay, but I've actually got an event for you, I've got something for you to process, it'll then say, okay, send it me. So it sends it back. It sends the information back in the status. And that could be that you're pressing a button or anything, or there's an event gone on. Anyway, I didn't want to go off on a tangent, did I? Looks like I am. Sorry. Anyway, I'll show you this last bit. Now, this is the UPass event log film strip. And that'll show you if any users use the system, the intercom, they use the swipe system, it'll come up with the user's face, and it'll tell you which door or which point they're at along this list. Anyway. Oh yeah, let's show you this bit, and I'm gonna Right, so script management. Right, I'm going to run one called War Games. Okay, here we go.
Greetings, Professor Bolton. Excellent. It's been a long time. Can you explain the removal of your user account on June 23rd, 1973? Shall we play a game? How about global thermonuclear war? Wouldn't you prefer a good game of chess?
Yeah, so just some samples that it plays with a scripting language. Anyway, that's enough about that. Let's get rid of this. Okay.
Thank you for using UPass.
You're welcome. Yeah, so that board is the board. That's like the watch, the equivalent of the watch. It runs the same firmware, but this one will do the intercom. So I've got to add all the video and audio capability to it. It's already got the push button. I can interact with it and all that stuff. I've got touchscreen here. I can press a touchscreen button. There won't be a touchscreen button on it. You'll be pressing that real button. Anyway, so I've got to make this cowl next, and the reason I needed a carousel was I need a carousel so I can. There's the board. So I need that carousel so I can make a few of these. Yeah, without keep getting all my reels of components out. But one day I will fill it up, and then I'll have a go and start building this. So we'll put the G code out. I'll try to tidy it up as much as I can with some instructions, and then anyone can make their own. I'll also, when I've created the G code for the laser cut one as well, I'll release that one, so you can go and get it from the same place. You know, depends on your version. I don't know. I'll try and find out where Unexpected Maker puts his 3D printed version. Maybe I can put a link to his code or his article on it. And we've got 3 steps closer to being able to do a bit more this way, you know. Good for prototypes. Not everyone's got to pick a CNC pick and place machine for components, or not everyone, even when they've got one, to test a prototype or to build a first off or a prototype. You know, you've designed your board, you sent it to a board house, they send back 5 boards or 10 boards, but you don't want to set a machine up for hours just to test 10 boards. Well, you might want to, but you might want to test your board first without spending hours setting your CNC up, pick and place CNC. So you'll need something like this to populate, pick and place your bits. So you can put it into a reflow oven and test it before you spend hours setting it up. Anyway, just an idea. See, I'm only going to do small scale. I'll do like tens at a time. Not in the realms of Unexpected Maker or Freetronics or anyone like that. You got Sion and you got John from Superhouse TV. They've got pick and place machines. Everyone's dream to do that, but me, work full time, so I'm happy just to make a few for some extra cash, basically, to start with. And if it does take off, if it takes off, then yeah, you can always alter your pattern to pen. You know, you make so. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for myself to build, and as quick as possible, the least amount of time as possible to build a few each week or each month. Get rid of a few, just to get the software out there, promote it a bit. Software is free. I am gonna put MQTT into it, so it'll be MQTT compatible at some point, and a web API and all sorts of stuff. So there's a lot of work to go on. So at the minute, that will be about it. So that's the. You wonder why I keep putting different versions out of this. Just changed my mind. So that until I built this and see what work goes into building that from a CNC, it's a lot of work. This one should be easier and quicker, and you just need a laser cut. You can even send your file off. You could probably send your file off to somewhere and they'll send you this already cut and everything. But I've got my own laser, and it's only a cheap 60. It's not a 64. It's a K40. Sorry, K40. But I use K40 Whisper software on it, which is like G-code instead of the old style of printer driver type of thing. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. So I need to get a bit of rest. So how long have I been going? 2 hours. It always seems to be about 2 hours. Right then. I can't think of anything else to show you. So let me just give you one last over on the real thing that took 3 weeks to design. Changed the designs 8 times. 3 weeks, and it took a good week to mill out all the bits in my spare time. So yeah. Basically, that's how it works. You just spin the different layers, and you get to your pockets wherever you want them. Okay. All right. So next time you see it, I'll probably have the mat on it, and I'll have it overhead camera view, and we'll make it into a turntable to show off some of my circuit boards, probably. Different things, and I'll do a bit of picker placing and ready for going in a reflow oven live. Okay. Alright then, thanks for watching. I've been Dave from UPass, and let me know what you think about this version of I'll have to make one to see if it'll spin. Without the bearings, it may not want to spin, but I mean, can't see why not. Okay, that'll be for now. Thanks for watching. Dave from UPass signing off. Have a good day. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye. Cheers.